the meeting of my essay that I was reading and the fact that this is going on to work. So this is called Dancing with Strom. 2 epigraphs. I want to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, there's not enough troops in the army to force the Southern Negro, the Southern people, to break down segregation and accept the Negro into our theaters, into our swimming pools, into our homes, into our churches. Strom Thurmond, South Carolina Senator, presidential candidate for the States' Rights Party, 1948. Another epigraph. I said I'm going to fight Thurmond from the mountain to the sea. Majeska Monteith Simpson, civil rights matriarch, South Carolina, 1948. The youngest has been married off. He is as tall as Abraham Lincoln. Here on his wedding day, he flaunts the high spinning laugh of a newly freed slave. I stand above him, just off the 2nd floor landing, watching the celebration unfold. Uncle cousins, bosom buddies, convertible cars, and nosy paramours, strolling churlish penny pinchers, pour into the mansion estate. Below, Strom Thurmond is dancing with my mother. The favorite son of South Carolina has already danced with the giddy bride and the giddy bride's mother. More women await, Easter dressy, drenched in caramel, double exposed, triple cinch, lined up, leggy, ready. I refuse to leave the porch. My father knows all this. Daddy's black Chief Justice legs straddle the boilerplate carapace of the CSS H.L. Hunley, lost Confederate submarine, soon to be found just off the coast of Charleston. He keeps it fully submerged by applying the weight of every treatise he has ever written against the death penalty in South Carolina. Chanting Briggs versus Elliott, he keeps the ironside door of the submarine shut. His eyes are a black father's beacon, searchlights blazing for the married-off sons, and on the unmarried, quail-eyed, nose-in-book daughter, born, unmoored, quiet, yellow, strategically placed under hospital lights to fully bake. There will be no trouble. Still he chain smokes, a burning stick of mint and Indian leaf seesaws between his lips. He wants me to remember that trouble is a fire that runs like a staircase up and down. I remember the new research just out, what the Negro gave America, chapter 9206. Enslaved Africans gifted porches to North America. Once off the boats, they were told and made to build themselves a place to live. They build a house that will keep them alive. Rather than be the bloody human floret on yet another southern tree, they imagine high ground. They build landings with floor enough to see the trouble coming. The architecture of black people is sui generis. This is architecture dreamed by the enslaved. Their design will be stolen. Their wits will outlast both. My eyes seek historical rest on the kiss-kiss theater below. Strom Thurmond's It's Never Too Late to Forgive Me, shiver. I search the tops of yellow pine while my fingers reach and catch and pinch my father's determined to rise, smoke. Long before AC, African people did the math, how to cool down the hot air of South Carolina. If I could descend without being trotted out by some rough rider driven by his submarine dreams, this is what I take my time and scribble into the 3-tiered white creme wedding cake, filibuster, states' rights, the grand inquisition of the great Thurgood Marshall. This wedding reception would not have been possible without the Civil Rights Act of 1957, opposed by Union Wood. The Dixiecrat senator has not worn his sandy seersucker fedora to the vows. The top of Strom Thurmond's bald head reveals a birthmark tattooed in contraposto pose. Segregation forever. I don't want to dance with him. My young cousin arrives at my elbow, her beautiful lips the color of soft-skinned mangoes. She pulls, teasing the stitches of my satin bridesmaid gown, saying, "You better go on down there and dance with Strom while he still has something left." I don't tell her it is unsouthern for her to call him by his first name, as if they are familiar. I don't tell her to bear witness to marriage is to believe that everything moving through the sweet wedding air can be confidently left to love. I stand on the landing high above the beginnings of love, holding a plastic champagne flute, drinking in the warm June air of South Carolina. For 10 seconds, I consider dancing with Strom. His Confederate hands touch every shoulder, finger, back that I love. I listen to the sound of black laughter, shimmying, all worry floats beyond the gurgling submarine bubbles, the white railing, every drop of champagne air. I close my eyes, and Uncle Freddie appears out of a baby's breath of fog. History does not keep books on the handiwork of slaves, but the enslaved who built this big house long before I arrived for this big wedding knew the power of a porch. This native necessity of nailing down a place for the cooling off of air in order to lift the friendly, the kindly, the so politely, the in lovely, jubilant into the arms of the grand, peculiar, for the greater good of the public spectacular, the sight of us giving us